Yeah.
So,
I feel a bit bullied here. To me, I feel like getting my elbows.
I don't think you'll be bullied on us too,
No, certainly not.
So, David, Bounce Back Alert System. We'd like to thank you for your time. So, can we present you with the?
We presented it first.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the Bounce Back Alert System shirt. Are you there?
I know I'm a bit bigger than when I was a player, but how big's that shirt?
Well, it's 2XL. We weren't sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you. Nice one.
Yeah.
Cheers, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
So,
you.
no problem. We'll sign it if you want. It's up to you.
No, you're all right. I'll just leave it here like that. There you go.
When you're in boxing, sweating it. That's what it's
Yeah. So, firstly, last week's been a busy week. We're signing of Alex Reid coming into the squad. What sort of attributes do you think Alex will bring compared to the current crop of players?
Well, first of all, he's a winner. He's won at this level, and he's scored goals at this level. I think in that department, we've been looking for an out-and-out goal scorer. We've been looking for someone who can consistently contribute to goals, and his output's really good. His stats are really good. He can play across the whole front line. He can play as a second striker. So, again, his versatility is good for me if you want to play different ways. He knows some of the boys as well, which is great. And he was desperate to come. So we spoke to so many players over a very short period, and I'm only interested in the ones who want to come and play out there. And he's desperate to be here, so I'm delighted with him.
Has it come through the new recruitment structure that you've got, or are these things that have been burning around for a while?
No, this one has, it's come through Steve, and it's come through his contacts, through our recruitment system. We've got a guy in the Midlands now who's been watching a lot of Solihull games for us as well, so that's really good. We've got a number of 6 or 7 scouts now who are working underneath Steve Thompson, so they're covering a host of areas for us, which is brilliant. So it's all work in progress, and it's all new, but the lads are doing the miles, they're doing the games, and ourselves we're doing the same as we've always done. But we can now sort of hone in on, we can transfer all the calls and all the inquiries to Steve, and he can siphon through them all, and makes my job a lot easier.
So it's paying off for you already then?
100%. 100% makes my job easier. We can concentrate on the grass and coaching and here at the ground and what we're trying to do here as well, as you can see.
Well, we should just tell people that we're in what the O2 suite, which was the Roger Palmer bar, which had the bar at the back. It's all been cleared out. It's absolutely fantastic. It's fresh. It feels about 3-4 times bigger than it did before. Views on the pitch are fantastic.
It's amazing.
What a space for your players.
Well, to be fair, I've never seen a better space than this. Come here in the morning for breakfast, we have lunch together. The lads come, a dartboard, they're getting a pool table, we've got 2 TVs, we're going to do our meetings in here. We've got 2 new chefs. It's just, we've just started the last couple of weeks. It's their own personal space, so their families on a match day can come in here as well. And we're catering for the players massively here.
It looks like the infrastructure is not National League infrastructure this now, is it? It's getting levels up day by day. And as a manager, do you see that as a positive all the time?
Has it changed a lot since you came in terms of like the whole feel and how it?
100%. We had. I mean, there was a dividing wall in here.
Yeah. And
it was all squashed in, and it was dark. And you came in, and you handed a pot. The players handed a little pot of food for the lunch, and we sat in one room, and the players sat in another room. And it was horrible.
Yeah, it was. Horrible. Yeah. We came last season for my dad sponsored again, and we got a tray of cheese and onion sausage rolls. That was it.
Like a little box in the middle of the table.
I bet you enjoyed them, though.
Oh, we had to. Yeah.
You had to soak up those pints. That's why.
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, but, so the infrastructure day by day. It must be so reassuring for you as manager.
It's just you come in, you walk in at 9:30 in the morning when the lads are having breakfast. You walk in at 12:30. You can walk in, with your eyes covered, and you can sense the atmosphere. You can hear it, you can feel it. It sounds like a proper football team. It sounds like there's laughter, there's banter.
Well, since we came in this afternoon, talking all smiles, handshakes, welcoming, very, very nice feel about the place. I was bad before.
It was just very austere.
Yeah, because we were kicking up. We were
challenging the
other owners and all that. So we weren't welcome, but I mean, it's chalk and cheese. It's chalk and cheese because all we've ever wanted is the best for the club.
I said a couple of weeks ago I've fallen in love with this place, and I have, and I've fallen in love with the people, and I've fallen in love with this club and what goes on around it. it's just a brilliant environment. And, the CEO's just come in, he's just had his lunch and he's just gone put it in the kitchen and wash his own plate. It's just
the right vibe, isn't it now?
The guy's amazing. Dan's amazing. He's absolutely superb. He's like Brian McClare. He's here, there, he's everywhere. And, we've got the facility on the other side of the pitch now. We've got the gym. So it's just.
I mean, looking out this window, you won't think we're in National League.
No, definitely
football ground,
no, and let's hope we're not for very long.
Let's hope so. Yeah.
But yeah, you can't not have an environment like this if you want to have success on the pitch. It's very rarely that it happens where you don't have both. So you have a great environment. You've got to create that environment. It doesn't just happen. You've got to have the people to create it. You've got to know what it looks like and sounds like. You've got to have good coaching. You've got to have good recruitment. They're the three pillars for any successful football team. And we've just got the recruitment. We know we're good coaches, and we're trying to create the environment every single day by a small win every day. Something that we can improve on every day on the facility is what we're trying to do.
Is that part of, in terms of like what the club was like when the new owners took over and Darren took over and you took over early on, and there's been fans that have been saying things like, well, we shouldn't be spending money on, all the money should be going into the team, but not onto other things, other improvements, physical, environmental stuff. But does that actually really help when you bring in players into the football club and you're showing them? Does it make a difference about?
It all goes hand in hand. You can't do one without the other two. So for me, it's creating the environment, it's good coaching, and it's great recruitment. Yeah. One of those falls down, you've got no chance. Yeah. Two fall down, forget about it. And dare I say, we might not have had all three when we inherited it. So
over the last few years, they're nothing consistent anyway.
But that's then.
Of course.
And I'm loathed about talking about before I came in, because it's not that football club anymore.
But we are still feeling the effects of it. There is a legacy, isn't there, which is important to remember.
But when you're working inside it, like you've just said, you've come in today and there's handshakes, there's smiles, there's laughter, there's a bit of banter.
Well, it's all forgotten then, isn't it? And that's the thing, isn't it?
You've got to move on. You've got to move on, and then you've got to put the right infrastructure, like you've just said, in place to then draw a line in the sand, and then you've got to start turning, and that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah. Just bringing it back to the football, in terms of the formation, people have questioned the 3-5-2, 5-3-2, and you mentioned in a previous interview with Suzanne in the Oldham Times that 4-3-3 is your preferred option. Bringing Alex in now, do you think that gives you that real option to play that formation now?
I think Hogan being back in the team allows me to go to 4 at the back. We're playing 3 at the back because we didn't really think 2 could do the job, to handle the job. So Hogan coming back in, Peter Clark coming in, playing a back 4,
Two experienced voices at the back
and it helps massively. So then whether you play 1 sitting, 2 sitting, 1 in front, that's the variation of a 4-3-3 which I like to play, which we have done the last game. So I think Reid will give us an out as a number 9. He can play 10, 7, 11. So that I like players who can do that. And we've got a number of players who can do that as well.
Yeah.
How we're looking on the injury front and things like that now, because obviously it's no game this weekend, which is probably good in that respect.
Yeah, we're okay. We're absolutely. That was one of my the main sort of issue I had when I first came in was emptying that treatment room. I think we were up to about 16, 17 bodies in there at the time. Now we've only got 2 long-term injuries. We've got a few knocks and bumps and a week here and a few days there, but that's normal in any team. So that's massive for me. The Mick Rathbone coming in has improved that overnight, and his experience, and skill, and ability on the rehab side as well. That's played a massive part in us emptying that treatment room.
Do you think any of those players in the treatment room when you came here some of it was a bit mentality as well? Was there any of that, or was it
I think that would be fair. I think that would be a fair assessment. Yeah. But then when we come in, a new management team, players want to get out there as quick as they can. Again, Mick Rathbone coming in has been a massive help to us. He's been superb, and he's certainly earning money over the last month or 2.
You dragged him out of retirement as well to do
it. He tries to say he's retiring, but he never does. No. He never does. But he's been brilliant. Also, he's been great for us. Yeah.
And again, if the atmosphere's right, the environment's right, everyone's having a good time when they're in, then it's
what he does off the pitch as well, in terms of creating that environment, is priceless.
Bit of a character then.
It's bonkers, bonkers, but good bonkers.
Yeah. In terms of what's the main difference you found managing in the National League to under 23s football? Because I think a lot of fans have been asking us to ask that.
It's a good question. I think the style of football is probably going back to the 80s, where you're looking at long balls, set pieces, the onus on set pieces, long throws. Every team has got a long throw. They just pile it in from the halfway line, So it's certainly a throwback to sort of when I started playing football. Long ball, dealing with that long ball, and physicality of set pieces. Teams that we've play for set pieces. They're desperate for set pieces, and like I said, the corners, free kicks, long throws. You have to be able to defend them, and it's when you have Holden back in the team, when you have Peter Clark back in the team, it's unbelievable how much of a difference and a shift in mentality that has to me. Feeling confident of my team dealing with that situation.
We're lacking that vocal presence before, weren't the organisational side of the game?
I mean,
leader. We're lacking a leader, weren't we? Really, which is fair to say.
And that someone just to pull people in now, as much as we can set the team up, for a long throw or a corner, which we do obviously. We're not on the pitch, and a yard here and a yard there for someone who's experienced makes all the difference. So having those two guys back in the team, certainly in the style of games that we've come up against, is a massive help. But I'd say the style of football is like 80s football, really. Not all the teams, but I would say a good 75% of the teams I've looked and analysed them, and I'm making the same analysis 3 times out of 5, where I'm long ball, set pieces, long throw, and that's it really.
And is there a difference in terms of obviously you're coaching under 23s at Premier League level, so probably I suspect that technically better footballers in that respect, or possibly. Is there a difference between that sort of younger, more technical players and sort of the kind of players that you're here, and the way that you have to manage them individually and as a group, or am I wrong?
I think it would be unfair to say that we haven't got technical players. We've got technical players. I think the biggest thing that I've seen is the physicality side of it. That dealing with those, like 50% of the goals are scored through set pieces. Now that's unbelievable. Where do you put players who aren't physically matured? You have to hide them. And what I'm looking at is I don't think you can take many players who aren't physically matured. Just looking at the games that we've been involved in, we've not really had that many games of football. It's been a battle. It's been tight games. Been battles. One goal has separated the teams. There's been nothing in the games, and it's all come down to maybe a set piece or a long throw or something that's happened physically.
So when the fans that are asking about some of the younger players like Harry Vaughan and Couto, is that the main reason why they're not getting...
Benny's been involved and has done okay, and obviously one for the future. Harry, I know, he's technically a very, very good player. Where'd you play him? And then physically, is he developed, or is he as strong as he can be? Again, he's one for the future. He's done okay. He's very much, both of those players, very much in my long-term plans. And they're great lads, so they've come through the system, so that there's no problems with them. It's just that where we're at the moment, you just can't seem to fit them into the team, and sometimes they're involved and sometimes they're not. But that's just part of they're both young lads, they're 18, 19, and their time will come.
So when scouting a player, defender, midfielder or attacker, with the likes of John Efferell, Francis Jefferson, yourself, you're a defender, John's a midfielder, do you sort of have a lead out of your triangle as such? You'll look at the attacking set, Franny will look at the attacking set, you may look at it from a defending perspective, and John may look at it from an organisational perspective. How does that sort of dynamic work? Yeah,
it does. I mean, it's again a great question. I think when we're looking at defenders, I'll sort of look first. John with the midfielders and Franny with the attackers, and then we'll come together. We'll put like a package together of the player, clips of him, good clips, what he does well, what he doesn't do so well, and then I'll go and have the final say and watch the player and give the yes or the no if we want to bring him in. So that's how it works.
Is there ever any disagreements? Or are you very close as a unit?
We work together for that long that we know what we're looking for. We know the times that we want. Yeah, we have disagreements. I wouldn't want them to not disagree if they felt that was the case, because I don't want yes people around me. I want people who've got a strong opinion, who believe in what we're trying to do. But at the end of the day, when we make a decision, they go with it, and that's very much what John and Franny do. And they've been great. They've been absolutely fantastic for me. But we're very close because we've worked together for a long time.
What type of centre forwards did you hear playing against? Was it like the small, nippy, fast ones that were really hard to keep track of, or was it the big, heavy ones that were clocking you around
the ones that scored against us.
Because when you're looking at forwards, do you look at it from the perspective of a centre half and like how you would feel against playing against them and that kind of thing?
You're just looking for quality. You're looking for the stats that can back up what you see with your eye in terms of goals scored. You're looking for a physicality, or someone who's technically outstanding that can maybe get away from that physicality and use the ability to play 1 and 2 touch, or the ability to drop into spaces, the intelligence, sort of game intelligence. So it's everything really. You're looking just for.
And we're hoping that Alex Reid has got a lot of those attributes then too.
Absolutely.
We need a hero, don't we? A centre forward hero. Fans love that.
We do. I mean, any club,
20 goals.
Yeah. We're always, every single club is always looking for a 20-goal striker. And the big boys are doing it, and we're doing it. So, and every club will be looking for a striker who can score 25 goals.
But it's sort of the forward thinking of the club signing on a 2.5-year deal. So that sort of shows the differences from where we were as a club and an ownership model to where we are now. But actually looking at holistically, looking at maybe if Alex does have a good season, then if someone comes knocking on the door from the Football League, we've got that sort of we can get money for him, or we can hold on to him because we've got that sort of security. So it is reassuring. I bet it is for you as a manager.
What I don't want this club to be is a graveyard for players who come and have the final payday. That might have been something that's happened. I don't want to talk about the past, but that might have been something that's happened before. That's not going to happen on our watch. There might be a time where you might take a senior player who might do a job for you, but that would be well within the system and the structure of what we're trying to do. But no, I mean, you look at the players that we brought in, they're all the right age, great ages. Most of them are, this side of 30, and they have resale value, and they would have the potential to kick on and play in League 2 and League 1. And that's where we want to be.
What, other than injuries, you touched on it before, what was one of your hardest challenges coming into the club? You've been here 3 months now. I thought, you've had time to settle in, bed in.
I think that initially you want to assess your squad very, very quickly. I felt and feel like I've been really fair to everybody and giving people opportunities. I'm well aware of what everybody can do now, and where we need to strengthen and how we need to strengthen, what the league looks like. You can watch a million games until you experience it on the grass and standing on the side. I think are we 12 games in now or something like that. I know what success looks like in our league now, so I know what we need to do. And we need to, I've said it all along, make the changes as quickly as we can that we need to make. And I think I've been really fair, dead fair to the players, give them opportunities, and I know the changes that we need to make.
Because it's not been a good return points wise since you came in, has it? And obviously, because we've seen your face when you're doing your post match. We know you're not happy. It must be tough.
It's frightening for me.
I don't like losing. I didn't like it as a player. I certainly don't like it as a coach. It's been tough. Some of the games have been close, and where I felt shouldn't have lost, drawn a game. That could make the difference in the confidence kicking on, and a couple of games that we should have gone on and won. Halifax game, then you get a kick in the teeth, and it shows how fragile a squad can be. And you know, what I've heard around the place early on is, "Oh, that's typical us." Well, no, I want to change that mentality. It's not typical us. I want typical us to be, well, we go and get a last minute winner.
Yeah.
Because that's what my teams have done in the past when I, you know, worked for a long time with players. So it's shifting that mentality. It's impossible to do it in one game. Or you know, you've got to get a solid team, a team that you believe in, a team that you can go to war with. I've never really felt we've had the 11 up until last week where we can go to war today.
Yeah.
And I fancy us today. And I've gone into every game with a game plan, you know, and I've hoped that we'll win as opposed to expected us to win. And that's a massive mentality shift for me to go into a game where I'm working all week with a group of players and they're giving us everything. You know, I'm not saying that the players aren't giving us everything. They've been giving us absolutely everything. We've just fallen short in certain areas. And I know where those areas are, and I know the changes that we need to make. And I've been allowed unbelievable support by Darren and the board to start making those changes.
Yeah.
And we'll continue to do that until I'm satisfied that I'm going into every game out there expecting to win every game. And we're getting there. I feel so much more at home and confident in myself.
Because we've had that. I mean, we've had it with the podcast and with the phone in, because we do the phone in every Wednesday with fans phone in. And you've got two camps, patience and panic. And I've been saying it for a while. The panic camp, because that's been the mentality that you were saying before. Things going wrong and it's only going to get worse, as opposed to just be calm and let the changes take hold and things are going to be okay. Because obviously we're in the bottom four, which no one wants to be. But there's no need to panic because there's a lot of games to go. Isn't there?
Look, it takes a bit of time for any team to come together. We've had massive characters and big players for us not available. We've made a few changes, getting players in, and we will click. And I'm really confident of that. I'm really, really confident that we'll click. Any team, any transitional period, you know, you want that period to be as small a window as it possibly can. I know the fans' frustration. I know that camp that, you've got to do this, but I want those changes to be overnight. Nobody's working harder, I can assure you. Well, maybe Darren is, but nobody's working harder to try and make those changes as quickly as possible. But we're not a graveyard for players. Right? That's stopped. Put a line through that. That's not happening anymore at this club. I want players who want to play on this pitch and want to be a part of this club. Not just this year, next year, the year after. And we've walked away from probably 2 or 3 deals of quality players. I just didn't think their heart was in it. I didn't think they wanted to play for me, the club, were the badge with pride.
That was a club decision, was it? You walked away.
Yeah, Darren and I have got a great way of when a deal was come off, there's always another player.
Yeah.
And we say that and we move on. And there's always another player that, you get your hopes built up because you believe in that player, you believe that they're the ones who are going to come in and make the difference, make the change, make you better and quickly, because we're looking at League 1 players, League 2 players, as well as players in our league, obviously, with quality. But you get a feel for, are they after the money? Are they coming to then go somewhere else? I don't want that. That's got to stop at this point.
Because it all feeds back to the fans.
Of course it does.
You can tell what we can tell.
Of course it does.
And speaking of the fans, what have you made of? Because when you mentioned Halifax before, that just made me think of the away end at Halifax. And what do you make of fans in this league, National League club?
Well, I think you said about my interview after Halifax. I was devastated because of that support behind us. It was Premier League support. It was unbelievable. It was absolutely fantastic. When we played Wrexham, what an atmosphere that was. That was a brilliant game. Again, a game we should have won. I think it's a great league. I don't think it should be called the National League.
No.
I think it should be League 3. I really do, because everything's just professional. Great support, big clubs.
He's heading that way, potentially.
100%. 100%. It can't not be anything other than League 3 because of the level of the money that's being paid, the level of professionalism, the players that are coming down, dare I say, the managers who are coming down, the coaches, coming to take clubs back up. It's a great league. It's a great league. It's a tough league, but every league's tough. Every league's going to be tough. Don't worry about that.
It's just that 2 spots in it that's the killer in this division. That you've got to win the league. And the playoff is a longer.
Yeah, that might change if it became League 3.
Yeah.
That might change.
Yeah. We'll just have to win the league, won't we?
I don't care. I don't care how we get up.
Listen, I'm 45 next year, and I've seen us promoted once.
So this is the Wheel of Wonder.
Get it.
Sorry, what's what?
What's that?
That's beef
It's beef paste. That
Beef paste.
Dave loves it.
it's an Oldham delicacy. So
Beef paste is an Oldham delicacy.
Yeah. Well, is
that right, Sue?
No, it's my delicacy.
Get it on the menu.
Yeah, get it on the menu for the players' beef paste butties. So the prizes are Boundary Park electricity you've already got, beef paste. If you get the red card ref, because I'm a referee, then you don't.
Are
get
you a referee?
Yeah, unfortunately.
He's the king of the laws.
Yeah, I got in trouble off the FA for doing that. A signed photo of me and Matt, an Oldham Athletic shirt, a coaster set, a Mike Keegan book, or tickets to the next home game.
Some of these are more relevant than those to you.
Why are you telling me I'm not going to be here then?
Well, go on.
By the way, the prizes aren't great, are they?
No.
Well, you've got to.
We haven't got
Should we
budget.
put a meal with David Unsworth as the next one then?
We haven't got
No,
budget, you see.
Oh,
You
no
can
budget.
tell.
Right.
No,
Well, you can give it a spin.
Go on, give it a spin.
Oh, it's landed
Just
on
1
that
second.
one.
I'll just
Well, you
get
don't want
it
a
back.
replica shirt, do you? Like,
No.
what? Oh, hang on a minute. What's it? What? Oh, it's a signed picture
It's a
of
signed
Matt and
picture
Dave.
of Matt and Dave for your
For
office. There you go. Right, so this is the last now. This is our last few questions. You can't see these. It's a word association game. Well, it's just wanting to pick.
Coming to a charity shop near you soon.
Just wanting to pick one or the other.
You
That's
two have
it.
got to get out more.
Quick 5 questions. So, red sauce or brown sauce?
Red.
Rugby league or rugby union?
League.
Vic or Bob?
Bob.
Lampard or Gerrard?
Gerrard.
Messi or Ronaldo?
Messi.
World Cup, summer or winter?
Summer.
Beef paste or salmon paste?
Neither.
Chinese or curry?
Chinese.
Matt or Dave?
Neither.
We knew that was coming, didn't we?
Thanks very much.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Nice one.
Nice one.
Mate.
No, both.
Thanks
I say
for
both.
humouring us, mate.
No, thank you very much.